Thursday, the 11th day of August 2022, was a big day for the National Population Commission, as a major step was taken in the journey to bequeath to Nigerians a credible and acceptable 2023 Population and Housing Census data. Venue was the State House Conference Hall in Abuja, where President Muhammadu Buhari officially presented the 2023 Census Project document. Dr. Habiba Lawal, Special Advisor to the President on Policy and Coordination, explained the thrust of this very important National Stakeholders Summit on Census with the theme, Getting the People Involved.
The goal of the Stakeholders Summit is to create awareness on the conduct of the 2023 census and to promote a robust and informed national conversation on the processes and procedures. Furthermore, it aims to solicit the cooperation and support of key stakeholders and to provide a platform to offer clarification, feedback, and suggestions on salient issues.
This summit, organized by the Commission and its development partner, the United Nations Population Fund, drew participants from all parts of Nigeria. UNFPA is very happy with the progress made by the National Population Commission.
Undertaking regular and credible census is a development priority for all member states of the UN, and it is a key indicator in the SDG results framework. Achievement of the 2030 Development Agenda and the related SDGs depends on the availability of reliable, robust, accessible, and timely disaggregated data on population size, growth, distribution, and characteristics of populations at all levels. A population and housing census plays a vital role in producing official statistics and providing the fundamental information I've mentioned. Now, the 19 resident and 5 non-resident UN agencies working in your country to support the government of Nigeria, and the aim is to achieve national development priorities, of course, the SDGs and other internationally agreed treaty obligations. In its effort to address the data needs of the country, the UN has over the years supported the National Bureau of Statistics, especially in its studies on the economy, multidimensional poverty, and the regular demographic and health surveys. Led by UNFPA, our UN investment in strengthened capacity for the 2023 census in the country is part of our overall approach to strengthen data collection and analysis. The UNFPA has engaged a chief technical advisor on census, who is embedded, in fact, in the National Population Commission to support this process. The entire UN is fully committed to support government in achieving a credible 2023 Census of Population and Housing. At this juncture, I wish to commend on behalf of the UN, the government, the National Population Commission, and the people of Nigeria for the bold initiative to undertake the 2023 census. I congratulate the National Population Commission for this summit and the official launch of the census strategic document by the President. I urge government at all levels to provide the conducive environment for a credible census. In closing, Mr. President, implementing a transformative census that is transparent, credible, and of international standards will for sure be a substantial part of your legacy. A census that is for the benefit of all Nigerians, where everyone will be counted in the right place and leaving no one behind.
Kayode Fayemi, chairman of the Governors Forum, was represented by Simon Baku Lalong, the governor of Plateau State.
The 2023 Population and the Housing Census marks a major milestone in our country, considering the last census was in 2006, about 16 years ago. As a key pillar of Nigeria's development planning process, especially in driving an inclusive and coordinated strategy towards accelerated growth, the 2023 census, and by extensions, today's event, is both long overdue and timely. It comes at a time when Nigeria is dealing with a myriad of economic and security challenges that require targeted planning to cushion the effects of the negative shocks that have hit our economy, which was already weakened by the pandemic. Inflation has continued to erode the fiscal gains in recent times, and negative spillovers from the war in Ukraine has further triggered tighter financial conditions. At the NGF, we continue to insist on evidence-based planning to ensure that through targeted policies, we are able to improve the living standards of our citizens. The forthcoming census will provide data for all sectors in the country, including education, healthcare, and other public goods, and the private sector with a view to contributing to the formulation of a robust service delivery mechanism that will help improve the lives of our people. You will agree with me that conducting a population census is an enormous national assignment that requires the combined efforts of a diverse range of stakeholders. It is on this note that I urge all of us to be active participants in today's event as we begin to chart a new course for our country. Finally, I want to assure Honorable Nasir Issa Kwara and his team that my colleagues and I are completely on board and eagerly waiting the resolutions from this summit.
The National Assembly is another worthy partner of the National Population Commission, where the Chairman, Senate Committee on Population, Sahabi Yo, representing the Senate President.
Let me reiterate the commitment of the National Assembly to the welfare of Nigerians through the enactment of people-oriented laws. To this end, the National Assembly will develop an action plan to work in synergy with the executive to facilitate the smooth conduct of the 2023 census project, to generate evidence-based data that will aid in planning for the delivery of dividends of democracy to our country. You will all agree with me that planning without credible data is a keen motion without progress, because no meaningful result will be achieved. I wish to congratulate the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for taking yet another great step in repositioning the country for optimum development by approving the conduct of the national census in 2023.
The traditional institution in Nigeria has remained a strong pillar of support to all activities of the National Population Commission, with the Oni of Ife speaking on behalf of Nigerian traditional rulers.
We have seen again that both National Population Commission and INEC are working hand in hand for a better Nigeria. Today, I want each and every one of us to personally give a resounding round of applause for our their President, well, to me, I'm not satisfied yet. We should give a standing ovation for our President for leaving a formidable legacy for our dear country. Thank you very much. Now, we might not feel the impact of his legacies, but in the foreseeable future in this country, all of us will still come together and realize what he has actually done for our dear country. For the first time in history of Nigeria, our houses will be coded. We can wake up dead assets in their country. We can give credit. We can actually plan very well scientifically that is driven by technology. On this note, I want to appreciate the entire team of national population of their country for doing a very good job, for making us proud as a nation. We traditional rulers will continue to support you because we are the closest to the grassroots and to our people.
Chairman, National Population Commission, Nasir Isakwara, said they are open to suggestions to make the April 2023 census the best.
I am very delighted to welcome all distinguished stakeholders at this very important national summit on the 2023 Population and Housing Census being convened today by the National Population Commission in collaboration with the United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA. Today's major event marks a major milestone in the journey towards the first ever fully digital census in Nigeria. It provides us with a unique opportunity to proactively engage the Nigerian people and get some positive feedback and invaluable cooperation and support so that together we can ensure the successful conduct of a credible and acceptable census next year. I wish to start by expressing my immense appreciation to His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for graciously approving the conduct of the next census in April 2023 and for accepting to declare open this National Stakeholder Summit and perform a public presentation of the 2023 census project document. This underscores the President's understanding of the role of demographic data as a bedrock for informed development planning. The President has, by this singular action, demonstrated his desire to place the country on the pedestal of sustainable development. May I emphasize that Mr. President's esteemed presence here today is a source of inspiration to the entire Commission to deliver a credible and reliable census that will drive development planning in the country. I wish to seize this opportunity to thank Mr. President for all the support extended to the Commission in its quest to conduct the 2023 census. On behalf of the entire Commission, I say a big thank you, sir. I want to also thank all the stakeholders for invaluable support you have been giving to the National Population Commission and its field functionaries in our preparatory activities for the 2023 Population and Housing Census.
Nasir Isakwara ended his presentation with the presentation of this short documentary on their achievements.
A story about census. Nigeria has had a long history of census takings that spans over 100 years. So far, the country has had about 9 census counts. These are 1911, 1921, 1952/53, 1962, 1963, 1973, 1991, and the most recent in 2006. The present management of the National Population Commission set out on an arduous task of conducting a census for Nigeria. The time has been chosen as April 2023.
President Muhammadu Buhari said his government is working hard to leave a lasting legacy while stressing the role of data in national development.
The convening of this summit marks a major step towards the successful conduct of the next census. I commend all stakeholders for coming together to brainstorm and strategize on how to support the conduct of this vital national project. The goal of this summit is to strengthen collaboration and solicit the cooperation and support of key stakeholders for the successful conduct of the 2023 census. It has become imperative to convene this summit to promote a robust and informed national conversation on the processes and procedures for the 2023 census and to convince citizens on the need to submit themselves for enumeration purposes during the 2023 census. The country's inability to conduct a population census in the last 16 years has created an information vacuum, as the data from the last census conducted in 2006 has been rendered out of date for planning purposes. It has therefore become imperative for the nation to conduct another national census to produce a new set of demographic and socio-economic data that will provide the basis for national planning and sustainable development. The just concluded trial census, in which my household was enumerated in my hometown, Daura, Katsina State, has renewed our hope and confidence in the capacity of the Commission to deliver the 2023 census. The outcome of the preparatory activities for the main census is reassuring that the Commission is progressing in the right direction. Ordinarily, conducting a population census is a routine national event that is the ultimate responsibility of every national government. Census taking cannot be left to the National Population Commission alone. I, therefore, wish to solicit the support of the critical stakeholders, including the state governments, local government councils, traditional and religious institutions, civil society organizations, private sectors, media, development partners, donor agencies, and the general populace for the successful conduct of the 2023 census.
After the opening formalities, Session 2, moderated by Adeyemi Adeniran, the Statistician General of the Federation, witnessed the presentation of a paper on 2023 Population and Housing Census, an imperative for national planning and development, by Professor Uche Abanihe of the University of Ibadan.
Data collection, therefore, does not have to wait until we have peace. We contend here that since global and national insecurity continues unabated, it will be poor judgment for the demographer to wait for a peaceful society before embarking on data collection, which census represents. Rather, the demographer should sharpen his instrument to be able to collect good data, good quality data, in spite of whatever is happening in society. And that is what MPC has put in place in preparation for the forthcoming census in the country.
Aliu Azi, Director General, National Identity Management Commission, was the moderator for third session of the summit, which featured presentations on digital mapping, census instruments, and census processes.
We divide the whole country. That means every part of this country must belong to one enumeration area or the other. That way, during census, when you send people to this, in the first place, during census, you will use it to know the number of people you are sending. Because all LGAs are not the same. Some are very little. We have LGAs in this country that are below 100 EAs, and we have some over 6,000. If we did not do enumeration area demarcation, there's no way we'll have this data. So it's from this data you know the number of people you're deploying to the field, the number of equipment you're even buying, and then when they bring back these figures, you also use it for dissemination of census results.
Move on to the geospatial statistical frame on the principles on which the enumeration area demarcation stands on. There are 5 principles according to UN recommendations for the 2020 round of census, which include use of geospatial infrastructure, which is the foundation of the census mapping. And this makes use of satellite imagery, GPS of important features, and estimated population of EAs. These are all integrated together. The significant thing in this principle is that every entity of the census has its own unique identifier in digital formats. Even the Office of the Surveyor General does not have this. And we are already working with the World Validation Committee for Nigeria to validate the 4th level administrative boundary for the country. We also have the Nigeria electoral map. We have all the polling stations already mapped within the ward boundary. We have all disputed area map in Nigeria, which is going to be very useful for boundary commission, because boundary commission does not have these maps in digital formats. And we have a questionnaire, which we have segmented into 2 parts. The first section deals with the questionnaire identification particulars. And in this section, we have geospatial attributes of the questionnaire, which perform 3 functions. That is, these attributes help us to link the physical features on the ground to human population. That is, in the earlier presentation, we are told that no one can be enumerated without being attached to a building. It is these identification particulars that will help us to link the household, the persons in the household, to the building. And at the end of it all, we are able to tell number of persons in the household, number of households in the building, number of buildings in the EA, and number of EA in your community.
That is why during the trial census, a lot of Nigerians are asking us they cannot access it because it is geofenced to the local government areas where we are going to work. The beauty of it is that we have Nigerians working where they come from. And that ensures that there is language, the language they speak is the same with the people that they are going to canvass responses from. And also it ensures data quality, and it also ensures that the questionnaire we are able to translate can be useful for the exercise. So all this information you can see are being validated at the back end from the NIMSI database to ensure that these things are correct. The addresses are still also being verified. The phone number has to be verified that this guy is really the guy he's saying. He's really on the database, on the communication companies, is actually the same person.
In a gathering of this nature, room is always provided for questions and answers, and Professor Rhoda Mundi of the University of Abuja, who is President, Population Association of Nigeria, moderated the last session.
I wish to state first and foremost, without fear of any contradiction, that there is no any location today in Borno State that we cannot get there. This is a statement of fact. When I say Borno State, I mean by extension the entire northeast region. There is no location today that the military cannot get there. It is a common knowledge from January up to the second quarter of this year, the military had a very holistic operations in the northeast. From that operations, we came to the conclusion that the insurgency in the northeast have been really degraded, have been really, at least, we have overcome up to 85% to 90% of the problems. As some of you know, 2013, 2014, 2015. When you compare with what we have done now, I can assure you that census exercise will be conducted peacefully in the Northeast region, but North State in particular, which happens to be the epicenter of the insurgency.
The Federal Commissioner representing Oyo State, Dr. Eitayo Oyetunji, who is a co-chair of the Planning Committee of the Summit and also Chairman, Public Affairs Committee of NPC, gave the closing remarks on a glorious day for the National Population Commission and all stakeholders.
This country, this generation, will not fritter away this opportunity. Already so much funds of the taxpayers have been committed. It will be such a shame and such a pain for that amount of money. The effort, you saw workers, you saw field workers in all those places they went to, for that effort to be in vain. We want to plead with all of us who are here as stakeholders that this is the passion that is driving our chairman and the commission, and we want you to join in supporting to see that this takes place.
Resolution reached at the gathering will go a long way in shaping the 2023 Population and Housing Census, which promises to be the best ever in Nigeria.